Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. The last time these two teams played, it was a slugfest. A whole host of runs scored. Today, when both teams are in desperate search of a win, we could be playing in some closer quarters. It's North Olmsted and Holy Name Baseball up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
This is another one! It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! He's the point, and it's alive! Hanson pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
Good afternoon from Tri-C West Ron Mottl Field in Parma, Ohio for some OHSAA baseball between the Holy Name Green Wave and the North Olmsted Eagles. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Cam, it should be a good one tonight. We look at these two teams, both desperately looking for a win after some tough losses in the following days after some big wins. What do they need to get a big get-right win?
Yeah, I think they really always need to focus on the pitching and limiting those free passes, because that's definitely a big issue. Those free passes lead to just a single and then another run scored, and there's kind of just compound over and over. And I think on the hitting, you just got to be able to put the ball in play. You can't go down there and strike out every single time. You got to be able to put the ball in play and force the defense to make a play.
The Eagles enter play this afternoon, 5-8. The big win a few days ago was against Valley Forge, 11-7. But then they turn around and lose to Normandy, 10-0, an Invader squad that we will see later. As for Holy Name, an upset win over Gilmore, 3-2, before losing yesterday 9-7 against Orange. You look at those wins. Obviously, Holy Name's is a lot more impressive given Gilmore's top 50 ranking. But still, North Olmsted, they needed that win. But then the momentum is gone. They had the chance to start off hot on offense. How important is that going to be for the outcome of this game?
I think it's going to be really important. I think they got to kind of go back to that game, kind of flush the Normandy game out of their brains and think about winning that Forge game and getting their offense back, because scoring 0 runs is not going to win you the ball game.
Definitely not. And looking at Holy Name's runs per game average, not the best this year, 3.41 in comparison to over 4.25 last year. So a 1-run decrease. As for North Olmsted, they are averaging a lot more runs, 5.23 per game. Last year, 5.26. So pretty much the same exact offense we saw last year, minus a few key contributors.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of exactly what you want to see if you're North Olmsted. But if you're Holy Name, you got to kind of understand and that number's there. And today you got to put the ball in play, like I said, put the ball in play, force the defense to make plays and try and increase that number as the games go on here and as we get closer to the playoffs.
As I alluded to before the intro, in a game that you played in last year, 11-7 North Olmsted won, and a big reason why Holy Name lost, the bases would load. They'd get one run home, then load it again, falling flat on their face. It happened a couple of times in that game. That's what really killed their momentum. We don't have the official numbers for runners left stranded, but it had to be enough to at least win by 3 runs.
Yeah, I think exactly. I remember that game, and just straining the bases every time.
But looking at that game, 18 runs combined. Do you see that kind of replicating itself here, or are we going to have a lower scoring affair? Obviously, the pitching battle is one to look at with Tyler Zada on the mound for North Olmsted and Russell Mosetta on the bump for the Green Wave.
I think we're going to see more of a higher scoring game. I don't think 18 runs in total today, but I think probably around that 10-ish runs, maybe a couple from each side. But I think we're in for a good game here.
And looking at Russell Mosetta's stats so far this year, albeit a small sample size of 7 innings, a 2 ERA, this is about where he wants to sit. And the thing with Russell Mosetta on the mound, he doesn't have the most speed behind his fastball, but that really makes it tough for these offenses. Used to seeing some high flyers, especially in this conference. You look at Lakewood, Leo Sonesson, one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in the CWC. You go from his speed down to Mosetta, who maybe is 10, 20 miles per hour slower. How do you adjust to that? That's a big question for North Olmsted. And if you are Holy Name, if they don't adjust the first go-around, do you let him stay in? Because most likely they will adapt the second or third time.
I honestly think you kind of got to let him stay in, especially the pitchers depleted on this team over the last couple of days. A lot of pitchers been throwing, and you got to make sure their arms are fully back and ready to go before they finally throw again.
And looking at Holy Names and actives, that will also be a key figure in this game. No Preisel for Game 1. He will be here for Game 2. No Sank for either game, as he is currently in Alliance watching his older brother and Holy Name baseball alum Jason Sank graduate from Mount Union. Congrats to the Sank family. I know both of us have known Jason for a long time. We've known Nate as well. It's a cool story to see him go over there. It just feels like yesterday we were both playing freshman baseball for Holy Name. He was one of those senior hype guys.
Yeah, Jiggy.
And then now he's in the real world.
Yeah, now he's graduated. That's absolutely insane.
But speaking of family ties, you look at the battery for North Olmsted. We talked about Tyler Zada on the mound, but Brett Zada behind the dish. How cool is this for them to be able to be the battery together?
I think it's absolutely amazing. I mean, I only played with my brother Ethan only 1 year, and well, we were never a battery because he was never a catcher, and he also really never pitched. But it was really cool at least being on the same team as Ethan, and I think especially being a battery and you're literally throwing and catching with him every single time, I think it's got to be absolutely amazing.
And as you see on your screen, the Holy Name defense is taking the field, so we will set the defense. Mosetta on the mound towards Zidlow doing the catching. Michael Exick starting over at first base, the first time that we are seeing that during a broadcast this year, but he has made a few starts over at first. As for second base, it is Joe Svetz. Short is Nick Nemeth, another new position. He started the year out in center, but he has moved to shortstop for at least Game 1 with Preisel being out as his sister is being confirmed as we speak. Nemec is over at third. In left field, Luke Hudak, another newcomer to the varsity team this year. He's a freshman, and he gets the nod playing the quote-unquote 7 position. In center, it's Harrison Frank. And to round out the outfield, it's Ryan Wisniewski. What are your thoughts on this lineup, Cam? You've played with 8 of these guys before. You don't really know Hudak all that well. We've seen him play a couple of times, mainly in the green and white scrimmage. Your thoughts?
You know, it's a different lineup than kind of what we're used to seeing, especially because of the inactive. But I think you got a good group of guys here. I haven't really seen much of Nick Nemeth playing shortstop. Usually he's in the outfield, but interesting to see. I know he's played the past couple of games, and he's done particularly well. So definitely going to be a fun one today.
I would assume the reason why he is the shortstop today and not somebody else is they are expecting a lot of hard-hit contact. If we see the infield lineup on the edge of the outfield grass, that will explain why he's there. We saw it in warm-ups, and we see it whenever he plays in center. He has one heck of an arm.
I mean, absolutely. We know he's got a great arm. He comes in and shows it when he's on the mound, too, and possibly could see him end up pitching in this game.
Looking at North Olmsted's batting order, D'Alessandro, the second baseman, bats first, followed by Luke Heelan and Tyler Zeta to get us underway. A lot of good hitters. Alessandro, his average 303. Heelan averaging 371, a team high. And Tyler Zeta batting 324. We talk about top-heavy lineups. This North Olmsted one appears to be one of those. But if the top 5 guys can have great days at the plate, that's all it's going to take to get a win.
Absolutely. You just need the top 5 guys to get on, and then maybe a nice hit here or there kind of by the bottom of the order, and that's a good recipe for success.
The first guy in the batting order that does not have an above 300 average is Bautista, who, according to Max Preps, does not have any listed batting or pitching statistics. This could be a debut today for Bautista, but we will see once he steps in the box, or if he does, in the 6th hole. The time here at Ron Mottl Field is a few seconds after noon. It's a high noon first pitch. Masetta chucks, and we are underway with a first pitch ball. Getting a first pitch strike is going to be a big talking point of this game. The first time today we see a pitch, it's a ball. Masetta now working from behind. What's the approach here?
You got to keep trying to throw strikes and continue to attack the hitters, especially when you're down.
A good response by Masetta, evening up the count 1-1 on D'Alessandro. Russell sets and fires. Hits right side and foul. Going back to regionals over the past couple of days, we saw plenty of foul balls, especially over to that right side.
Yeah, a lot of foul balls. A lot of just means that the hitters are kind of engaged in the counts and being able to fight off and see more pitches.
Masetta looking for a first batter strikeout. Won't get it there as he misses off the plate, but I still like that movement. Based on that fastball, it starts with his hand on the left side, goes to our right. I like that movement.
Yeah, and he's kind of setting up in the middle of the rubber. Usually you see him set up to one side.
Popped up into left field. Hudak calls it off, and the freshman makes the play to get out number 1. And you can hear it from the dugout of Holy Name. They're letting North Olmsted know he's only a freshman. The Luke Hudak, a simple play. The sun is pretty bright, and I don't know if Hudak has sunglasses on. It looks like he doesn't, but either way, a good job to get underneath it, track it down. It's a routine play, but at the varsity level, everything moves just a little bit faster.
Very important play.
Heelan cranks it down the left field line. This time, Hudak won't get there. It will bounce and just stay in play. It is extra bases for Heelan. A one-out double. What a powerful swing.
Yeah, absolutely. First pitch he sees, ropes it right down the line. One ops the wall.
We were talking pregame, Cam. 8 extra base hits this year for North Olmsted. That is number 9. He has 5. 3 doubles and 2 bombs.
Yeah, and we just saw his power, or at least just a little bit right there.
But Luke Heelan, one of the top contributors on this team. And as we said pregame, if the top 5 guys can make big impact hits, the rest doesn't matter. And now the number 3 hitter, Tyler Zeta, steps in. This will be a good chance for him to, before stepping on the mound, make an offensive impact. And that's exactly what he wants to do. Masetta definitely needs to be careful of the runner at second base. Svet's creeping back, but I don't think he will look at all. Masetta does take a quick look. He has a chance to get him. Instead, he offers to the plate. It is cranked once again into left field. Hudak able to track this one down and make the play for out number 2. And more importantly, that keeps Heelan at second.
Yeah, keeps him at second without advancing. And another out on the board for the Green Wave.
A lot of these hitters are ahead of the ball, and that's why it's going to left field. I think that is going to be their game plan. You go for the unseasoned guy. Try and force an error over and left. We saw the positioning miscue with Heelan. It could happen again, and if a ball gets down in that corner, it's at a minimum 1 run and a double, but most likely a triple. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count on Kreider. Darren so far this year batting .300, 9 hits, 8 RBIs, along with a double. Masetta looking to get out of this inning with no more questions asked. 1 strike, the pitch. Crank left field again. It is down the line as we expected, and it will be foul. The late decision is made. We will watch back the replay. Cam, where did you think that one fell?
I don't know. It's tough to see from this angle, but I thought it was maybe fair, honestly.
It was tough to see. We have a good angle on the replay. That's foul. Pretty good angle down that left field line. That's the right decision, and as expected, they are still well ahead of it, and that is the one issue with having a slower pitcher on the mound.
Yeah, exactly, and you got the freshman out there in left field, so possibly could be seeing maybe a change to get a more experienced guy out there, but
Frank, move him over, put Hudak in center.
exactly.
0-2 the count on Kreider. Masetta to get out of the inning. Popped into center field, right on cue. It's Harrison Frank going for it, and he will make the grab, retiring the side. After a one-out double, North Olmsted looked menacing, but after a few more hard-hit balls down the left field line and one to center, no damage is done. Middle of one at Ron Mottl Field, no score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21 D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field for the home half of the first inning. This is OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. For the Green Wave, Harrison Frank, Nick Nemeth, and Ryan Wisniewski are set to hit. He's Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Frank getting ready to go in the box, and he will try and break down the starting pitcher for North Olmsted, Tyler Zeta, who throws in a perfect first pitch strike. That's the exact start the Eagles want defensively from their pitcher. They want to see aggression early and often in this game. Now the 0-1. Hit down the right field line. This could fall, and it will. A beautiful leadoff hit from Harrison Frank. He will still try and go to two after the stumble, and he is in. A not-so-graceful leadoff double from Harrison Frank.
Could have had a triple on that, but the stumble and slide around first base, they're gonna go and make sure he's okay. But he looks to be okay. I think he's just a little upset that he fell.
I think the bag wasn't down all the way. The way it bounced, it did not look right. I think, Cam, you just saw that on the replay as well. You saw that slight movement of the bag when he hit that corner.
Yeah, a little, I don't know, a little interesting.
Now Nick Nemeth steps in, and after yesterday, this is one of many guys who wants redemption. Just knowing how he can hit the baseball, he wanted better from yesterday's game. But so far this year, .417 average, 7 RBIs, 20 hits. Before the season, he told us he wanted to be an all-state team member, and if he's not, it will be the biggest snub of the year. at least an honorable mention, at a minimum.
Absolutely. I mean, so far this year, he's been absolutely insane.
If Holy Name did not have Nick Nemeth, I think you cut that win tally in half. He has been that important to this squad. The 1-0 fouled away, now 1-1. After Nemeth, it goes to Wisniewski. Going off of the top-heavy lineup conversation of North Olmsted, you can kind of say Holy Names is as well. After Wisniewski, Sastry has struggled this year. So has Fetz. Nemec has been hit or miss. A lot of guys just looking for a big game to really reintroduce themselves to the conference and to their old conference in results to today and later today. But 1-1 the count on Nemeth as he will look to score Frank from second. Zeta sets and fires. One heck of a lead over at second from Frank. Surprised we did not see a throw over. That ball will fall in no man's land, foul. Now 1-2. The Sun playing tricks on the defense. I believe that was, trying to see, Laurie, number 9 from third base coming over for the Eagles, trying to make the play. But as we said, this Sun has been killer these last couple of days.
Exactly, and thankfully it's shaping up to be a nice warm one here today.
And by the time that you got here on Thursday, the sun was really beating down, but at first pitch, it was more of an overcast afternoon. 1-2 the count on Nemeth. Zeta checks and deals. Swing and a miss. A big punch out from Zeta retires Nemeth for out number 1. Talk about a powerful response.
Yeah, just a good pitch there and able to get him now swinging a crucial first out in this inning.
And Cam, I'll save you the trouble. Score update from Berea. Mount Union up 5-1 on BW in the bottom of the 5th. If the Purple Raiders win, they will be OAC softball champs. First pitch to Wisniewski is in the zone. 0-1 the count.
We'll be giving updates about both softball and baseball, as I think the baseball game started at 12, and it looks like it did.
And eventually we will also check in on some NCAC games. 0-1 the count on Wisniewski, who so far this year is batting .295. Zeta throws back, a good idea, but Frank is back with plenty of time to spare. It was a good idea, just kind of left him in no man's land. The stride wasn't enough on the tag. Frank, very lucky to be back in safe. Zeta still looking. Here's the 0-1. Popped into right center field. This one has a chance to get down, and it will clear everybody. Ryan Wisniewski unleashes on the baseball. Frank, he will take a heavy turn and stay put at third. It is a double for Ryan Wisniewski.
Yeah, and usually when you see the double and someone on second, they score. However, Frank had to make sure the ball gets down, and by the time he did, unable to get around and score.
But a beautiful job by Wisniewski. You just saw that ball just keep carrying over the right fielder lane. It's a tough one to capture, but still one that North Olmsted definitely wanted, as J.R. Sastry will step in. If he can recapture his form from last year right now, what a start that would be for the Green Wave. Instead, he almost gets hit by a pitch. 1-0 the count. Not the hit that J.R. was looking for.
No, it was not.
But so far this campaign, Sastry batting .250, 9 hits, 7 RBIs, and he does have 1 home run, and it was a big one against Kenston a few weeks ago. The pitch. Strike 1 called on the lower part of the zone. Count even. After JR, we will see Garrett Nemec, the 5-hitter, step in. And time has been called. We will have a mound visit for Zeta and the Eagles. So far, double, strikeout, double. The Namer offense looking really good today. They did yesterday, but going back to the game against Orange, they were able to score runners pretty often throughout that game, but the killer came at the end. Bases loaded. You had your tying run in scoring position. They just couldn't get them home.
Yeah, just kind of unfortunate. Like you said, wasn't able to get that run home and really ended up costing them the game.
And that Orange team now 3-11 on the year. As for EC, we saw them a few days ago, and we will see them again next Friday. We talked about that Brunswick game. 15-1, the Blue Devils won. That was one heck of a statement made by the Wick. I think we expected a lot closer game than that. But either way, a 14-run win for the Blue Devils. 1-1 the count on Sastry. A good throwback to second base, blocked by D'Alessandro. I like that idea, but the second baseman didn't appear ready.
Yeah, kind of a timing play. It didn't look like they were ready for the time.
One that we saw Cohen Merritt execute perfectly in Game 1 of Tri-C's regional game. The pitch. Crank down that left field line. It will blue pin fair, and Holy Name is on the board. They will fake Wisniewski home, put runners at the corners, and Sastry initially looked like he had a big pop. Instead, it's a light pop-up that falls. Holy Name is on the board. What a job by JR. You see the swing. It looked a lot better, and he thought it did too, but it just dies in left field. Either way, a job is done. One of many jobs expected to be done this inning by the Green Wave. This one arguably the most important. Strike first.
Exactly.
After the RBI single from JR, Garrett Nemec will step in with runners at the corners, still one down. Runner goes inside the throw down to try and get Sastry. They will send the runner home. The play is not going to happen. That's the danger of throwing down with runners at the corners. Holy Name benefits. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and honestly, I really didn't expect to see JR steal, but mixed it in there safe, and now Holy Name up.
And I believe they call that a ball.
I believe.
So 1-0 the count on Nemec with a runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss. Count now even. Either way, Garrett has done his job by doing nothing. Holy Name, they wanted at least one run this inning. They will definitely take two. The pitch. Crank deep to left center field. This might be gone. It will die just before the warning track. Sastry will score, and for the third time today, Holy Name not only scores, but also doubles.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big, big fly there. And, yeah, kind of just almost got out of here. Went to one of the deeper parts in the ballpark, but a good big fly there by Garrett.
Orange from Pepper Pike makes the orange of North Olmsted a moving target for the Namers after yesterday.
And I think before that pitch, JR was trying to signal what pitch was on second. So I don't know if pitcher's kind of tip. Oh, he is tipping his pitches because Garrett just did the same exact thing.
Can Svets do something? He thought about it but leaves it, and that's why you tip that pitch if you can. That was a beautiful offering from Zeta. 0-1 the count on Joe Svets.
It's not a part of the actual rules. However, it's a part of the unofficial rules. So,
but at the same time, you need to win today. You have to do everything you can. The 0-1 bunt is popped. Right back to Holy Name's dugout. 0-2 on Svets.
I was gonna say at the same time, it's on the pitcher. Really, I mean, as a catcher, and you see the runner giving the signs, you have to tell him to conceal the ball better.
And Cam, you and I both caught at some point in our careers. If you think a runner is going to go and you see that slight cadence, you adapt behind the plate and you set up for it.
I mean, exactly.
You have to work on cadences. It's not really tipping. It's just seeing the trend. The 0-2 fouled away by Svets. A good survival lunge. After Joe Svets, we will see Mikey Torzidlo, the catcher for the Green Wave, step in. But who would have thought this would be the start? 3-0 Holy Name in the bottom of the first. A statement so far. 0-2 on Svets after the foul. Upstairs, ball one.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, you can go.
I was going to say, looking to keep it going. I mean, still a runner on second here. A single, well, with Garrett on second, you never know. But still, could score another run.
After this pitch, I'll go with my comment. The 1-2 popped up, and this one appears to be playable over at first base. Ryan underneath it makes the play as the ball breaks back into fair territory for out number 2. But what I was going to say, Cam, you look at Holy Name the last couple of times we've seen them, all the way back to the Indy game through now. This is the best they've looked.
I mean, yeah, there's really no other way to put it. I mean, coming out here at least early on and putting up 3, especially in the first, you're putting yourself in a really good spot.
We look at that EC game, but the reason why they scored early was because of an error. This is just Holy Name playing their style of baseball. No gifts. They are earning every little bit, and this is why this is more impressive than the start at EC. Torzidlo sees a first pitch strike on the bottom right corner. 0-1 the count. Nemec still hoping to get home as he stands at second base. Zeta, in the meantime, looking to get out of this inning. 0-1 the count on Torzidlo. The pitch. Just a bit inside as it rings up towards Zidlow on the hip, and he will take first.
Ow.
That definitely looked painful from our angle, and I am sure it is. Now Michael Lexick steps in. We've talked about that left field line cam. If there's anybody on this Holy Name team that can really hit it down that left field line, it's going to be Alexic, because the most powerful hits that we've seen him have in his Holy Name career come from that left field line.
Yeah, it's that inside-out swing, and it looks like BW is going to be able to get on the board first in the OAC championship. Granted, they are the, I guess they're the away team, because they are the lower seed.
In the meantime, ball one called on Alexic. If BW does win that game, they are conference champs for the tournament. If they lose, they go to one final game against ONU. 1-0 the count on Alexic. The pitch. That was a good spot to take it. Opposite field. Alexic takes 1-1. But I don't hate that take from Alexic. You have to see it. I want to see him adapt to the situation. You've seen a couple of balls in a row. You wait for one to happen, and then you attack. Still in a good spot. 1-1. This time it's inside, and that gets Alexic swinging. 1-2. Zeta one strike away from getting out of the inning with no more damage. Either way, Holy Name will have the last laugh of the frame. 1-2 on Michael Alexic. The pitch. Fouled away. And based on where that foul went, Cam, I think you and I both kind of see what Alexic is trying to do. It went left. He wants it down that left field line.
Correct.
Same count, 1-2 on Alexic. Runners at first and second, 2 down in the bottom of the first. Zeta taking plenty of time, and I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised to see time called by Alexic, and he does.
Score update from the, we can do it after this pitch.
Once again, 1-2 after the time was called. The pitch breaks in, and that will get Alexic swinging. The side is retired. A beautiful pitch from Zeta, his second punch out today. And you look at the guys he punched out, Cam. Nemeth and Alexic, 2 good hitters for this Green Wave squad.
Yeah, 2 pretty, like you said, pretty good hitters. Obviously, Nemeth sporting the better average, 417 coming into this game, but still, Alexic, very good hitter.
Either way, as I said, Holy Name does have the last laugh. 1 inning down at Ron Mottl Field. 3-0 Holy Name on top on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Holy Name, a very good start to this ball game, one that was almost unexpected. They lead 3-0 as North Olmsted will be back out for their second cuts of the game. We saw a one-out double from Luke Heelan. What do they need to do here to ensure that they can compete in this game?
They just need to keep getting good hits. Like you said, that double there, but need some more as we saw Holy Name's offense really start to come alive.
First pitch strike from Maceda. 0-1 the count on Laurie. Lucas so far this year batting .300, 9 hits, 4 RBIs. The 0-1. Chopped foul, and that hit somebody. I believe the umpire.
I think so.
You can hear the audible grunt, if you will, from up here. And looking at Maceda so far today, 1 hit allowed, but 3 flyouts forced.
Very, very good. And he's going to need to be good down the stretch, especially because the pitching is kind of limited right now with all the games that Holy Name's been playing.
And you also have to keep in mind who they're going to throw against Padua, which is probably going to be Dom and Harry. Here's the 0-2. Way off the plate, ball 1.
I was going to also say you have to be wary of who they're throwing in game 2 today, because North Olmsted only playing 1 game. Holy Name playing 2.
I think it's going to be Luke Hudak, if I had to guess. I think that's kind of why you bring him up for this doubleheader. He has been traveling more with varsity, but I've talked with the coaching staff, and they kind of have him as a guy you can put in, but also an emergency pitcher in a pinch. Popped down the left field line, and it is through. A leadoff at a minimum single for Laurie. He will take the turn and retreat. A powerful pop interrupts Maceda's momentum. Beautiful cut. I mean, that was perfect down that line.
Yeah, right past Garrett as he tried to dive and make the play, but unable to.
We'll watch that one back, just lined perfectly. It hugged the line, and as we've said all day, the left field line is going to be the place to watch all day. Now it is the lefty Bautista stepping in. Once again, we do not have any stats on him, so we don't know what he really does. Loose ball, and that will give second base to Laurie.
Oh.
And it looks like he kind of just stumbles on the bag. Harrison Frank has a new friend. Either way, he is in scoring position, and based on his reaction, he doesn't care. He just wanted the bag.
And he got it, so.
A good spot for North Olmsted to respond in the top of the second inning. We will see if Maceda tries a pickoff move, but first, time is called in the box. I think we are going to see Maceda potentially throw this whole game, but if North Olmsted has a big inning here, that might derail that. The pitch. Popped right through to second base, now short as it is cut off by Nemeth. He has Alexic over at first for out number 1, but either way, Laurie now standing 90 feet away from scoring.
Yeah, productive out there nonetheless. Little score update for you. Over in Berea, BW still down 5-1. Mount Union threatening to score again with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, but Mount Union 3 outs away in the top of the 7th from winning the OAC tournament.
As they should be. Okay. First pitch off the plate, 1-0 the count on Brett Zeta.
BW up early as we go to the bottom of the first. BW scored. They had the bases loaded, but only able to score 1. But 1-0 nonetheless on Ohio Northern.
The 1-0. Maceda has it hit down the right field line and foul. Either way, the play didn't matter, but Alexa, a good sliding effort to keep it close.
Yeah, it was a good play. And then over in the North Coast Athletic Conference, Denison University up 6-1 over the College of Worcester, bottom of the 5th.
And next year, that could say Denison and John Carroll. Realistically, it most likely will.
Oh, no.
Here comes the 1 run from Maceda. Runs inside and blocked.
And the reason I said oh no is because a homer, the second homer of the game in the Mount Union game for your pitcher that just homered for the second time. It is 8-1.
Kale?
Yes.
Very nice. 1-1 the count on Zeta. The pitch goes off the plate. 2-1. A good miss from Maceda. I believe they said 3-1 is the count. That will put runners at the corners if this is a walk with 1 down. Not an ideal spot for the Namer defense. But before that happens, Maceda bites back. 3-2 now the count.
Yeah, needs to come with his best stuff here.
We've seen some creativity over the past couple of days. If we do see a runner on first because this is a walk, I wouldn't mind a safety or suicide squeeze. The payoff pitch, rope down that left field line and foul. But North Olmsted, they want to run this inning, and I think that would really catch Holy Name off guard. if executed properly.
Yes, very true. We saw it during the Mid-Michigan game, the game 2 a couple of times. And I think a couple of times maybe in game 1, kind of just playing small ball out there, and eventually walked it off with a suicide squeeze. So
After 3.5 hours of play before that. Instead of getting ready for the second payoff pitch. Chop left side and foul again. How many times is the ball going to go down that left field line today?
a lot.
And that is just the byproduct of having a pitcher with a slower velocity. It's not a bad thing. It's just what is going to happen, and the contact that has happened in the air has been caught so far. The payoff. Sky, left side. He is jammed up. Nemec has it in foul territory and makes the grab for out number 2.
A big out there, especially with the runner still on third.
Especially with a 3-1 count, Maceda didn't give up. He attacked immediately after a couple of fouls, changes it up. He jams the swing. That was good adaptation from Maceda on the mound. I'm really impressed with that sequence from him, as that could have really gone a lot different if he would have thrown something more challenging. Now Foley, the designated hitter, steps in, popping up the first pitch he sees, out of play, 0-1. For Holy Name, in the bottom of the second, Hudak, Frank, and Nemeth are set to step into the batter's box. Maceda looking to get out of this inning with no damage done by the Eagles. Here comes the 0-1. Well off the plate, count now even. Keep in mind, after this game, we still have one more today at 3 p.m. as Holy Name takes on the Normandy Invaders. The Invaders, though, Cam, winners of their last 3 games.
Put on a little streak.
1-1 the count on Foley. The pitch. Crank left side, and it is just over the outstretched Nemeth. An RBI single for Foley puts the Eagles on the board.
Yeah, we know how athletic Nemeth is there, but unable to secure it off that high jump.
And you watch it back, Foley, just a really good hard cut. He barrels up the baseball. You kind of have to feel for Nemeth there. He did everything he could, and you just know the competitor he is. He wants that play back. I don't think it would have made a difference just based on the way he played it. He didn't do anything wrong. It's just sometimes the ball is uncatchable.
Exactly.
And now with 1 on, 2 down, we will see Lane, the right fielder, step in. The pitch is in there, 0-1. Maceda definitely trying to erase that one from memory. And that is a lot easier said than done. But still only 1 run is scored. No big damage yet. That pitch missing low. Count now even. Looking at the way that Maceda has pitched, Cam, what are your thoughts on his placement?
I like some of the pitchers. Some of them have gotten a little bit away from him, but so far in this game, only giving up 1 run. Not too bad, especially when your offense comes out hot.
The 1-1 swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Takes a load off top left. I like that placement once again, though. It's not really a hittable ball, but it's close enough that you have to try. 1-2 count on Lane. Maceda trying to get out of the inning. Misses off the plate. Another good spot, and in the meantime, Hudak is being shifted closer and a little bit more to our left. Even counts on the right fielder. Still a runner at first, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Maceda gets his first strikeout of the day, and he is able to retire the side. We will watch that one back. A good spot hit by Maceda. He really battled in that at-bat after allowing the RBI single on the prior one to Foley. But in the end, he gets out of the inning, allowing only 1 run after a good amount of offense from North Olmsted. We flip now to the home half of the second inning. The Namers already have 3 on the board. They look for more when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3600. 888-888-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
9-1-2 set to hit in the bottom of the second inning for Holy Name. The Green Wave on top 3-1 against North Olmsted. A good affair so far, Cam. Maceda allowing an RBI single near the end of the top of the second. Now the offense looks to respond with some good play of their own as Hudak swings and misses on the first pitch. He sees 0-1 the count. Hudak in search of his first career varsity hit. The 0-1 breaks in, sky to right side. It will carry into foul territory. Zada unable to come up with it. It is 0-2, but Hudak has an extra life.
Yeah, second chance. Could he do something with it here?
It'll be interesting to see his approach. He missed on the first, really skied the second. He's definitely getting underneath it. And I think knowing that we are going to see Zada potentially go high heat here on the 0-2. That is what I would expect to see at least. Here comes set 0-2. It is high heat, roped down the left field line, and it is down! Luke Hudak's first career varsity hit will be a double! Welcome to the show, Luke Hudak!
Very, very good hit. Goes opposite field there. Almost a great play by the left fielder, but unable to get it on the dive.
That's exactly what you want to see. A guy trying to carve out a spot on varsity. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, just get your presence there, play some good defense like he has been in left field, and then come up with some good hits.
Fourth double of the day for the Namers. And now we are back to the top of the order with Harrison Frank, who sees a first pitch ball.
I was going to say he was one of those doubles.
Yes, he was. He, along with Wisniewski, Nemec, and then Hudak moments ago, have the doubles. So 5 combined if you go back to Heelan of North Olmsted. The 1-0 runs just a bit inside, 2-0. Holy Name this year, they, I don't think, have scored in double figures. We will confirm that right now. And actually, they did once against Solon. But this is a chance to do it again. The 2-0. Chopped foul by Frank. But this team is playing with a lot of urgency, a lot of determination, as I don't know if this is in the back of their mind, Cam, but with a win today, they surpassed their win tally from last regular season. And with 2 wins today, they tie their total win tally from last season. And oh, by the way, they still have a week left of the regular season, plus 1 extra game against St. Ed's. And St. Ed's, as we saw on the channel last week, they aren't unbeatable. The 2-1. Off the plate, 3-1. But in that same sentiment, Lakewood is a really good ball club. I mean, the last 2 Fridays, they beat St. Ed's in the 6th inning with Drew Jones having a big hit. And then yesterday, blanking North Ridgeville. Really impressive work. The 3-1 is upstairs, and it is a 5-pitch walk for Harrison Frank. Put 2 ducks on the pond with nobody out, and it is redemption time for Nick Nemeth. This is a big chance for him to make amends. 1 of 2 strikeout victims to Tyler Zada. What is his approach here? We saw him struggle in his last at-bat going down swinging. Is he more conservative, or does he try and get something massive here?
I think he's really just got to put the ball in play by any means necessary.
Like that? Into right center field, Cam? Is that what you're thinking?
Exactly.
And this will potentially score Hudak. They throw home. It's not in time. An RBI single for Nick Nemeth. And on the throw home, he takes seconds. Beautifully executed. Right on cue, though. That could not have been any better timed by us.
I mean, exactly, yeah. He just heard us talking up here and decided to deliver.
We'll give him the credit, but I think the announcer's jinx helps. So, Cam, I guess we scored a run.
That was horrible. High five.
That's all you. There we go. I think he only had 2 attempts. Like you at the plate.
Okay.
Now Ryan Wisniewski will step in. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out. 4-1 the score. Wisniewski doubled in his lone plate appearance so far. But 4-1 the score. The Green Wave, right now, looking elite. But that can definitely change in a moment's notice, just given how North Olmsted plays. Here comes the 1-0. Left over the plate, and it is in right field. 1 run will score. Nemeth, he will take the turn and go. The play at the plate will not happen. It's a 2 RBI single for Ryan Wisniewski. All aboard the hit parade.
And yeah, it just keeps going. Still no outs here. And Wisniewski still on first. Doesn't advance to second like Nemeth did on his hit because the plate was not made. But now still steps up kind of the heart of this order. J.R. Shastri, you definitely really don't want to pitch him. You know his power. Only that 1 bomb on the air, but definitely could make it 2 right here.
And as I said at the end of that, all aboard the hit parade, everybody's hopping on. Shastri, he did last time out with an RBI single and, weirdly enough, a stolen bag.
Yeah. See a pick off the first there, but like you said, weirdly enough, a stolen base. I think that might be his first in the year. I don't remember if I wrote that down.
You did not, so I think that is his first. But either way, 6-1, the Namers, 3 runs in technically 0 innings. It would be in .1 if there is an out recorded soon. And we might have one here as Shastri pops it into no man's land. Right center, it is called off and caught by Kreider for out number 1. So yes, in a third of an inning, 3-run score. But either way, even if we see Nemeth and Svets get out, or even if we see a double play, Holy Name still did their job this inning and in record time.
Yeah, and I mean, they just got to keep going through and keep winning each individual inning.
And you look back to the play that really changed things. The pop-up that just fell for the 0-2 on Hudak. He was given a second life, and he did not waste it by any means.
Yeah, just like we were talking about, could he capitalize on that? And then he does. The first varsity hit and just gone on from there.
Cranked over the shortstop into left center. The hit parade continues. Nemeth 2 for 2. And now there's a throw to 3. Not in time. Nemeth advances 2.
A little bobble there by the left fielder as he got the ball. And when Wisniewski saw the bobble, he said, why not? And decided to take third.
What in the world are we seeing from this Holy Name lineup? Once again, we're going to pull up their average, Cam. 3.41 runs per game, 4.37 last year. They have 6.
In the second inning.
1 1/3.
Well, okay, it is. We are in the second inning.
Either way, impressive work, Svets. He has 2 guys ready to come home right in front of him. He will bunt, pops it away, 0-1. And I think with that bunt popping away, he is going to be told to swing because you really cannot risk that again.
Most likely, especially a big out there on a bunt when you have 2 in scoring position.
How many hits do you think Holy Name has right now, Cam?
For 6 runs, I assume they have 8 hits. No?
Wow.
Really?
8 hits.
I am so smart.
Sometimes. Oh, on the count on Svets. The pitch. Blocked, but it skips past Zada, but that will keep everybody home. A good recovery by the Zada brothers. Count even on Svets in the meantime.
Please go. Oh, okay, so Mount Union has just won the OAC championship for women's softball. So congratulations to them. Final score of that game, being 8-2. Obviously, Smee goes to Mount Union, and I go to EW.
We'll talk about that one in a second as that pitch misses upstairs. Outside of football, who obviously won theirs, and track, which isn't really organized as much as softball is, for conference tournaments, 0 through fall and winter, that is our 3rd conference championship this spring, which is just insane. The 2-1 is off the plate, 3-1.
Obviously, as your rivals, don't love it, but obviously, congratulations to the Mount Union women's softball team. They will be moving on to the national tournament. But
and you guys should.
Yeah, that's
you
what
guys really should.
I was going to say, I mean, only 4 losses on the year.
That would be awful from the committee if you don't advance. In both, I would say. Here comes the 3-1, and it is in there, 3-2.
31-4 is our record going into.
It's criminal if you guys don't at least get a first-round bye. You guys might host still.
And I mean nationally ranked. We were 14 before the tournament started. 2 losses to Mountain Union. So
here comes the payoff to Svets, fouled away. But what I was going to say was we saw Worcester, who I believe was 15-1 entering their women's lacrosse championship game last week. They lost to Denison. They still hosted. So I think you are going to see BW host. They might have to play round 1, which would be unfortunate, but they're probably going to host. I would assume.
I would like that.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Over the plate, but upstairs, the bases are loaded with 1 out, and up steps Mikey towards Zidlow.
But always got to be aware now, double play is in order. I'm sure you would like that, so if I do need to do the OAC game or the NCAA games, then I won't be going very far, as opposed to be going to a different state.
That is true. And also with that walk, that is the 11th runner on today for the Green Wave. Bases loaded 4 towards Zidlow. Can the game open up anymore? But it's a good response from Zeta, 0-1.
I thought that was going to be his second hit by pitch of the game.
And there is no action in the North Olmsted bullpen. I think whoever they're bringing in is on the field right now. It is going to be a simple conversation once they hit of who warms up. Towards Zidlow, pops it, and it will carry on out of play. Now 0-2.
Little update in the North Coast game. Denison still up 7-3, but Worcester kind of coming back here. Runners on second and third, but 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
The NCAC is a very good division, and people kind of see it as the little brother to the OAC. It's not the case. They're twins, I would say. They're both very, very talented groups. The 0-2 fouled away once again by towards Zidlow. A very good battle in the box.
And I mean, Denison is one of the top teams. I think they defeated BW. I don't know the actual score on that one, but probably.
And as I've said during my Mount Union broadcast, Denison is one of those teams that no matter what sport, they fight to the end. Still 0-2 on towards Zidlow. The pitch hangs over. You guessed it, it's foul. Something about home catchers on this field and a lot of foul balls. I think Brendan Hazuda knows a thing or two about that one.
Absolutely he does.
So still 0-2 on towards Zidlow. Zeta once again having to throw the same exact pitch. At some point, he is going to need to be creative if towards Zidlow keeps fouling off these attempts, or worse. Here's the 0-2. Upstairs, ball 1. A good take by Mikey, as that was a dangerous pitch.
That was close. I thought maybe, but takes it for strike or ball 1.
That looked upstairs from my angle here. It's a tough one, but that's a really good take from Mikey. Here's the 1-2. Breaks in, left field line, it's through, down the line, 1 run will score, they send another, Coach Masetta still pumping runners, only 2 will score, it's a 2 RBI double for Mikey towards Zidlow, 8-1, holy name.
And I mean, you say only 2 will score, but 2 more big runs as Holy Name advances their lead. Good battle there by Mikey, multiple foul balls before he finally rips one right down the third base line.
In an inning and a third, 8 runs have scored for the Green Wave. Alexic, he has runs 9 and 10 of the ball game in scoring position. What a game from the Green Wave. First pitch from Zeta, runs inside but hits the corner, 0-1. And I think regardless, unless we see some really creative defense from North Olmsted, we are going to see the 10th batter of this inning.
That's what I was going to say. Alexic already the 9th batter of this inning.
The 0-1 runs inside a little bit too much this time, 1-1. But based on the strike given on the prior pitch, I like Zeta attacking inside again.
It's a good spot there, especially when we kind of know Alexic to go to opposite field.
And definitely based on last year, they've done their homework. Now 1-2. Actually, if I remember correctly, he was, I think, 15 feet away from going yard to right field. There was a big hit out there, and you heard hit the weight room chants right after. 1-2 the count on Alexic. Can he turn on one? Yes, he can. Pop deep to right field, and it is over the center fielder's head. There's the power of Mike Alexic. Towards Zidlow, he will score as well. Alexic's going to third. The play is overshot. Is it a Little League home run? No, he will stay put, but still a 2 RBI triple for Michael Lexick.
I wanted him to go.
Michael Lexick, what a breakout at the end of his high school career.
Man, I really wanted him to go.
Wow. We talked about that triple from Padua. Is this subtle foreshadowing for Monday? Or Tuesday for that matter. 10-1 Holy Name, and the call to the bullpen has been made. Whatever Orange did last night, it ticked off these namers.
Yeah, you can say that again.
We will step aside. We have a new arm on the mound for North Olmsted. It will be number 3, Cody Schneed, when we return.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21 D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007.
Cody Schneed warming up on the mound for North Olmsted for what would be his second appearance of the year. Now looking, it appears to be number 9, so that is Lowry in. So I think Schneed is playing somewhere else. Luca Lowry, looking at his statistics, 4.94 ERA, not bad at all this year. So we will see what he can do for North Olmsted. But we looked at the statistics during the break. 76.1% of Holy Name's runners have reached base. A good shot up the gut by Hudak, and he will almost beat it out, but he is rung up in the end for out number 2. But it does not matter. Alexic scores in a few innings time. The run rule will be in effect. Hudak, what a day from him. 1 for 2, but a double and an RBI. Is this the start of a great Holy Name career for Luke? It definitely could be. First pitch is a ball to Frank, 1-0. And we'll see if Masetta starts to make any changes for the Green Wave. Right now, I don't know. It's 11-1 Holy Name in the bottom of the second inning. That pitch misses well off the plate now, 2-0. For those keeping track at home, we are 52 minutes into the game.
Jeez.
And it looks like we are not going to be done anytime soon, given how potent this offense has been for the Green Wave. Here's the 2-0. Fouled away, now 2-1. We're going to start to have a box score running at the end of the sheet just to kind of remember what is going on, because this game is going to blend together really quick at this rate. But Cam, I think we expected a high-scoring game, but not this.
Especially this early, too.
Keep in mind, North Olmsted in 7 innings last year against Holy Name scored 11 runs to Holy Name 7. The difference this year, when runners are on, the Namers have been hot. Here comes the 3-1 offering. Cranked into left center field. This could be some more damage, and it is over the center fielder. The second double of the day for Harrison Frank. The hit parade continues. Unbelievable. Unbelievable is the only way to describe this. Out of nowhere, the Namers are piling on runs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just at a loss for words. I mean, hit after hit after hit, and they just keep the line moving.
6th double, 7th extra base hit of the game for the Green Wave. Now Nick Nemeth steps in, 2 down, a chance to make it 12-1. First pitch is off the plate, 1-0. But just wild. It's unbelievable what we've seen. This is what Holy Name can do when everybody is on their A game. And this is something that a lot of teams did not expect to see from Holy Name this year, despite the preseason hype. Crank down the left field line. It falls again. Why wouldn't it for Nick Nemeth? They will send Frank. Make it 12-1. Holy Name. It continues to pour.
And when you're talking about, we talked to Coach Macetta before the game about seeding in the playoffs. I mean, teams look at this game and say, wow, I really don't want to play Holy Name. I mean, kind of been keeping this a secret all year long, but right now they're breaking it out.
Just like last year with Revere and Canton South. Now Wisniewski steps in. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Twelfth hit of the game in an inning and 2/3. Unbelievable. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs now 2-0. For those just tuning in as well, the run rule would be 10 after 5. So we still have a lot of baseball left to go. 2 balls to count on Wisniewski. Now the pitch. Ball 3. After Wisniewski, we will see J.R. Sastry step in for the 2nd time this inning, 3rd time today. No pressure on Wisniewski to even take a swing. But at the same time, he might if it's close. Runs down low. It's a 4-pitch walk. Yet another Namer reaches. Cam, I'll turn it over to you with some thoughts while I count up how many times the Namers have reached.
Yeah, I mean, definitely doesn't help with the free passes. With all the hits, I think you said they had 12 already, and free passes, and now you got J.R. Sastry up. I think, was it a single last time up? Yeah, he's
2 times ago. He flew out and then RBI single the first time. But Holy Name has reached 16 runners today. Jeez. 2 on, 2 down for Sastry. Runner goes. Ground ball left side. This could be trouble. The throw across the diamond is in time. And the inning is finally over. But not before the Namers strike back. 9-run score in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Through 2. All Holy Name up 12-1 on North Olmsted.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Well, Cam, Tri-C is not playing, but it sure does feel like it. 12-1 your score through 2 innings. Holy Name on top of North Olmsted. I am at a loss for words. The Namers, they've had this in them all year. But finally, the day after the seeding is done, basically, it comes out.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too late in regards to those in that seeding, but still could be difficult for whatever team has to face them in the playoffs.
Just like what you guys did beating Lou West and Elyria down the stretch last year. Macetta's first pitch of the 3rd will hit the corner, 0-1. And as that pitch flies, we are now 59 minutes in.
We did not beat Elyria last year.
You beat them the 2nd time around.
Oh, yes.
The 0-1, down low, 1-1. 3 nothing over at Kurtz.
Correct. First time was a
4-3.
Yeah.
It's sad I know that. I don't have that written down anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. I just remember that from last season. Here's the 1-1. Just misses the corner now, 2-1.
Well, at least I remember how much not fun that game was.
Looking at the way this game has unfolded, I think Masetta is going to throw the full 5, if that's what it is. Ground ball left side, almost picked up by Nemeth. He is unable to get there. It's a lead-off single for Alessandro. A good cut, just puts it in the right spot. North Olmsted, they have some life on the base path, and now it's their power hitter, Luke Heelan, stepping in. What do you think is going through the mind of Russell Masetta right now? Obviously, he has some cushion, but he needs to be careful because the Eagles could easily drop a 9 spot of their own.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been pitching pretty good so far today. I think you just got to keep that going and keep that in the back of his mind.
And forcing a pop out for Heelan would be big. Wisniewski underneath it confirms out number 1. That was a big play. That was the double last time out, and this time he makes amends. As well, Cam, no strikeouts today from Masetta. Actually, excuse me, he had 1.
Correct.
But otherwise, he has been completely contact. That's what you expect from him, but the contact has been in good spots for the Namer defense for the most part. First pitch of this at-bat misses off the plate to Tyler Zada. Zada, he started the game on the mound and was pulled in the bottom of the second. The pitch also misses. 2 close misses from Masetta makes it 2-0. We will see what he comes back with here, and it could be a number of things.
I was going to say, if you're Zada, you're in a really good position here. A good, probably fastball count, looking for some to drive.
The 2-ball pitch, shot weakly, and it will break foul in the end. Definitely a good thing for the Namer defense that it did. I would say, given the scenario, if you wanted to save Torzillo for the next game, I mean, he really didn't catch recently, but say he did, this would be when you bring Sink in. But he caught the last 2 games, and in talking to Frankie Germano and Dom Marchetta before the game, they were truly impressed with how well he played.
Yeah, and unfortunately, unavailable today as we were talking about earlier on in the game.
Here's the 2-1. Cranked right up the gut into center field, but it's too powerful. Frank right there retrieves it for out number 2. Power just in the wrong spot. Now with still 1 on and 2 down, Darren Kreider steps back in. Another flyout victim of Frank's. In fact, he is the other one. 1 on, 2 down in the top of the third. The pitch from Masetta cranked into left field, more high than far. Underneath it is Hudak, and he has it, retiring the side. We saw a lot of Luke early on in this game, but as of right now, his effort out there has really been just getting under a couple of fly balls. And as we talked about pregame with that left field line, that is a good day at the office for him, as he really hasn't had much to do.
Yeah, I mean, really just kind of making the routine plays and then being able to get it done on offense as he has today. Good all around for the Namers.
Leadoff single, no other damage. Middle of 3 at Ron Mottl Field. Holy Name up by a bunch.
If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21 D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Back on in the bottom of the third inning at Ron Mottl Field. Holy Name up 12-1 on North Olmsted. First pitch of the frame misses upstairs to Nemec. 1-0 the count. Cam, I'll toss it over to you for a score update from Rayfield to Rogers Field.
Yep, BW is up 2-0 over Ohio Northern. However, ONU does a good job after the pitching change. They strand the bases loaded, and BW only able to get one in the third.
And I believe it is Sam Burkwin calling the game for Mount Union. Congrats to Sam, a colleague from over in Stark County, as he now has his own radio show on AM 1310 WDPN. You can listen to that between 4 and 6, either on the website or by tuning in to the station if you are in the Alliance area. The 2-0 in there, 4-2-1. I met Sam on a couple of occasions. He is the voice of Mount Union football on the radio for Q92. Good guy, a lot of good wisdom. And Cam, I believe you said you talked to him yesterday a little bit.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. It was very, very nice and very accommodating.
That is just who he is. He wants people to succeed. There's a reason why he is the beloved voice of Stark County, and that's why.
We also got Canes, and he was very nice about that.
I'm sure he was. 3-1 the counts on Nemec. Lowry trying to dial back in. Unable to do so. It's a lead-off walk for Garrett Nemec. 2 for 2 on the day, at a walk. And when we look at our player of the game, which will be presented by CrossFit Strongsville, you might as well just take this lineup and put it on there.
Just give them all. It looks like, I don't know what we're doing here.
Svets is stepping in.
Oh, runner.
And that is Matt Vega. That could also put him into the ballgame. I just don't know what they would do. Maybe you bump Nemeth over to third, bring Wiz in, and put him in the outfield.
Could.
So I think you bring him in now. I think this is where you start to pull guys. You get some other guys some experience, ready to go. That way, if they need to play in game 2, they have seen the field conditions today. They have adapted to it, and they're ready to go. The last time that Holy Name played on this field, it was the last game we did for them all the way back on the 28th. They have not played at home this month until now. One runner on, nobody outs. First pitch to Svets, hits the corner, 0-1 the count. And this could be a spot where we see a guy like Nathan Gorey step in. Get some guys who usually don't play some game time. Get them ready to go. That way, if you need to call their number in game 2, they're warmed up and ready to go. Here's the 0-1. Just a bit inside, almost clipping the sleeve of Svets. Count now even. We've seen Joe attempt to bunt a couple of times, but so far today, it hasn't gone in their favor as it just has kind of sparked off of the ball high into the air. Ball 2 called, the back pick not in time. I like that idea, though, from Zeta. I know Cam, as a former catcher, and you yourself, I like to see catchers active behind the dish, trying to make an impact. I know this one's going to hurt you, but Daniel Crable, once again, of St. V's last year at Twinsburg. Prime example. Here's the 2-1. Cranked up the gut, off the glove. This could be an obscure double play, and it is. Your classic, oh no, it's not a classic double play. They call him safe. We will watch that one back, Cam, but I was about to say, that's your classic 1-4-6-3 double play. Because the pitcher would be credited with that part of it to 4-6 over tough.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
That is out number 1, fielder's choice, and that will bring out Mikey Torzidlo.
Try to get the good camera work going there.
It's just still tough either way to tell if Svets was in or not. I thought he wasn't, just based on the way it was set up, but then again, we know his speed. He easily could have beaten that out.
Yeah, especially when it hits off the pitcher's mitt. Kind of slowed it down a little bit.
Either way, good hustle.
That rhymed.
He breaks the 1-0, cranked into center field. Svets, he is going to have to immediately go back And he will be in with plenty of time to spare. Torzidlo retired in center for out number 2. Tough one there. He had a really good jump. He was going to be safe, but then again, the swing kind of ruins that. A lot of times we see that. I don't really think it's communicated between both parties if there is a planned steal or not.
Yeah, but you think about it, and I mean, look how far back the center fielder is playing.
They have to, just given the way this game has gone.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, would have been a really big hit there for Torzillo. But, like you said, by the way this game is going, they started playing further and further back, and makes for an easy catch there.
And another thing to look at, Cam, there's still one more game today. Do you even change the lineup at all outside of your starting pitcher? I just don't think you can. They have played this well against a team that is a pretty solid outfit in NEO. I think you pretty much run this one back, but I think the change we will see is Hudak will probably pitch game 2 Stibley in left. That's probably what I would say, but then again, Preisel's coming in, so I don't know. It's going to be tough. Runner goes, the pitch. This time it is taken by Alexic, and that's a good thing it is, as Svets is in safe. That will put Joe in scoring position for Alexic to work with. A chance for Maiko to work off of his RBI triple, or rather 2 RBI triple last time up. And I think it's a balk. Or potentially time is called to give.
No, it's a balk.
I guess it is. It was weird because he started taking off that hand shield, which would be to give to coach, but
I think he was just readjusting it on his way over.
Definitely one that throws you off, though. Alexic's job a whole lot easier right now. That pitch well off the plate. A good snag by Brett Zetta behind the dish. Michael Alexic looking to give holy name lucky number 13. Laurie sets and fires, breaks upstairs. If Alexic is able to get on, it's Hudak up next. And Hudak today has been really good. But in the meantime, the infield playing a little bit further back than usual. The pitch well upstairs, and Alexic will reach with a 2-out walk. Corners for Hudak, and now the question is, does Alexic steal?
Yeah, we already saw J.R. Sastry run earlier, so could possibly see Mike Alexic go. Obviously not the 2 speediest guys on the team, but always could. Never know.
I think what we are going to see, though, based on the way that we are set up, he will go. Hudak's going to try and put it in play, but regardless of what happens, North Olmsted is going to keep their pitcher in. No need to surrender any more pitchers to the cause. 11-run game. Unless they score a whole lot in the top of the 4th, I think you kind of just cut your losses and save your arms for Monday back in conference play. Ground ball chopped right side, but foul, and that will save Hudak. Looking at the next couple of games for the Eagles, a big series against Lakewood. They're home on Monday, then at Lakewood on Tuesday before hosting Lou West Thursday, and they close out their regular season on 5/21 at Normandy. Speaking of Normandy, they already beat them once this year, or Normandy beat North Olmsted 10-0, and that will be the reversal to close out the 2025 regular season. Cranked into right center field. Will it fall? Yes, it does. An RBI single for Luke Hudak. Alexic into third is safe. He beats the tag. And now we will see if that is the official call. And it appears it is. What hustle by Alexic, but Hudak 2 for 3 on the day. 2 RBIs. And Cam, I think he has firmly cemented himself into this varsity lineup right now.
Yes, at least as of right now, but really just good job today for him, both defensively and offensively.
You remember the game in the pouring down rain against Padua at BW your junior year, correct?
Correct.
This performance is just like Nemeth's in that game. I just see it as a big parallel that you bring him up and keep him. I could be wrong, but that's just the way I see it going. The pitch, right in there. A good offering from the pitcher, Laurie. Looking at North Olmsted's lineup for next inning, Lowry, Bautista, and Zeta are set to hit. Here's the pitch. Misses upstairs. A good take from Frank. After Harry, it goes back to Nick Nemeth. This is the 4th time, though, around the order in 3 innings.
Jeez.
And still there are 2 outs in this frame. The pitch. Well, off the plate, it skips by, and that scores run number 14. Elastic does a great job reading the down angle. Perfect execution. Nothing more you can really say about that play. And now Holy Name is tied for their season high with 14 runs. The last time they did this, Solon. And now time has been called. We will have a mound visit. In the meantime, we will break down our broadcast schedule for the coming week. Later today at 3 o'clock, we have Holy Name and Normandy Baseball. Then on Monday, we are at Padua Franciscan High School. Game 1 of the Parma Holy War at 5 p.m. before we are back here on Tuesday for Game 2. Wednesday is an off day as of right now. Thursday, we will be here for senior night as Holy Name welcomes in Chardon, a Chardon team that took down Strongsville 8-3 yesterday. Then a rematch with EC next Friday before next Saturday is our final home game of the regular season as they welcome in Shaker Heights at 12 p.m. Then a week later, we will be at John Carroll University, 12 p.m. first pitch as Holy Name takes on St. Ed's. And we will see if that game does actually happen. It is scheduled, but if Holy Name does lose in the playoffs before then, I think they are just going to not play that game and Eds would find a different opponent still in the playoffs.
Most likely.
Because that game was scheduled for that purpose strictly. It's a playoff warm-up. Looking at the bracket, I know we talked about it. NDCL and Lake Catholic are in this division, but I think we are going to see Holy Name and Marlington at some point. I think that's the battle. The Diamond Dukes were great this year, but Alliance beat them twice. They are a beatable squad. We will see if that matchup happens, and if it does, I think it is going to be a very, very good game. And with that ball, that is going to walk Harrison Frank. Second time he has reached on a free pass today. Runners at the corner, still 2 down. Nick Nemeth back in, looking for some more damage. It is still crazy to think that we are only in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Runners at the corners, as mentioned. It'll be interesting to see Nemeth's approach, as so far today he is 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Runner holds at first. Ball 1 called. But looking at the base path cam, do you expect to see Frank take off, or is at this point you go station to station?
I think at this point you really go station to station unless it's that kind of big hit.
Then you round as much as you can. The 1-0, cranked deep to left field, plenty of carry, and it will fall just in front of the warning track. That will score 1. Nemeth is into second base with a trot. It's a 2-out RBI double for Nick Nemeth, and with that RBI, Holy Name now has scored 15 runs for the first time this season.
Yeah, I mean, just like we were saying right there, kind of just going station to station. I mean, he gets the big hit of the double, but definitely could have gone more there. Harrison, as he was literally walking to third base pretty much. Definitely could have scored, Definitely could have scored there.
Now, time has been called. We could see a pitching change. I would still be surprised to see one given the outcome right now.
I think... Yes.
That is number 11, Darren Kreider on the mound, a 13.67 ERA. We will step aside, runners at second and third, 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd. This is OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Once again, the switcheroo has been pulled by North Olmsted. It is going to be number 10, Luke Heelan, on the mound. Surprised to see him in here, but either way, he will be relieving number 9, Luke Lowry. Swing and a miss on the first offering to Wisniewski. 0-1 the count.
Luke for Luke switcheroo.
Or it's Luke, excuse me. It's still right there. But still 2 runners in scoring position. Holy name, they have plated 3 runs this frame so far. Fouled over by Wisniewski, now 0-2. Wiz in this game 2 for 2, a double, a 2 RBI single, and a walk. Everybody has contributed to this win. I mean everybody. 0-2 the count, still 2 on. Holy name definitely wants a little bit more if they can get it. If not, the job has been done. Ball 1 taken by Wisniewski. And with a chance to load the bases with JR awaiting in the on-deck circle, that could be even more dangerous.
We know he's swinging for the fences.
He definitely wants to. Here's the 1-2. Off the plate, now 2-2. Good patience by Wisniewski, especially with an expanding strike zone. The question is, at what point does this zone become almost unreal? That happens a lot in games just like this. Here's the 2-2. Off the plate, but no, they call strike 3. There's our answer, and the side is retired. We will watch back that pitch, but a good job by Heelan. He really hangs in there and finally gets one to go on the outside corner. But Cam, before we go to break, your thoughts on this inning. Another 3-spot from the Green Wave.
Yeah, just able to pour it on. Kind of just the offensive onslaught just continues. And, again, Russell coming out for another go. He just needs to kind of get in there, not give up too much, not try and do too much in his pitching, and let his defense behind him help him.
One last reminder, stay tuned after our final commercial break, which will probably be after the top of the 5th, where we will announce our CrossFit Strongsville player or players of the game. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports.
If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field for the top of the 4th inning. Holy Name up 15-1 in what has become their best game of the year. Cam, once the seeding equation was taken off the table, they have become a really good squad. And as Mike Alexic makes the stretch, we are underway with a 1-pitch out in the 4th. But a good hard throw across the diamond from Nemec. He has been really good today all the way around.
Exactly. I mean, this whole team has been really good all the way around today. I think all the players on Holy Name, we talked about it, all of them have a hit except for Joseph.
And even so, a walk and a stolen bag as he reached on a fielder's choice that he hustled out. He hasn't been the weak link by any means. Nobody has been the quote-unquote worst player. They've all been the best, though, I would say. 2-0 now the count. But player of the game talk, so many guys it really could be. I think we need to see the box score fill out in the bottom of the 4th, and then we can make that decision. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Now 2-1. And I think if somebody has an error, that kind of discounts them from the equation because we have to look at the smallest of things to decide a player of the game. Even if it's the smallest of things, you have to eliminate for something like that. Which really is weird in a game like this, that everybody has been great. It's a kind of breath of fresh air to look at it from that perspective of who had the best all-around performance, not just who made the biggest impact, because everybody made a big impact. The 3-1 is in there, now 3-2. But Russell Maceda, he has done a good job on the mound. He might not get player of the game, but he deserves at least honorable mention for his pitching outing so far.
I think this whole team deserves an honorable mention.
And that is a walk missing upstairs with one down. North Olmsted does have a runner on.
Score update from over in Alliance, Ohio. BW and ONU are now tied at 2 apiece as they start the top of the 5th inning in the OAC championship game.
But Russell Maceda threw 3 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 earned run. Not a bad stat line by any means. And a potential double play ball could be in effect. 0-1 the count on Zeta as he takes a first pitch strike. Reminder, stay tuned after this. Not directly after, as we will have some downtime in between the contest. Holy Name will welcome in Normandy in Game 2 of the 3-team doubleheader. Count now even, as that is a good take on the corner by Zeta, who is 0-for-1 on the day as he popped out to Nemec back in the second. Count even. The pitch from Maceda goes just above the zone. Another good miss from Russell. He has been right around the zone all day. He has just been a little bit too far off on a couple of offerings in pivotal spots. But either way, a good outing. Here's the 2-1. Right in there for a 2-2. And I was going to say as well, if he does have a ball that barely misses, he finds a strike that is pretty much perfect right after.
Yeah, exactly like that.
2-2 the count. Maceda looking for out number 2. Almost gets it. Just carries too far over into the other batter's box. And now we are full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Maceda hoping to not get a second consecutive walk. Here goes the payoff. Chopped, just foul. A good survival swing by Brett Zeta. For Holy Name in the home half of the 4th inning, Sastry, Nemec, and Svet set to hit. We could see some guys pinch hit, though, and I kind of would expect it. But looking at the team on the field, no defensive changes. The only change was the pinch run with Vega coming in. Maceda getting ready for the payoff pitch once again. Ground ball left side. Nemec gets it over to 2 in time. The throw to 1 is not in time as Alexic is unable to scoop it up. Either way, it is a fielder's choice. 1 out is recorded and almost a second.
Very, very close to a double play there. Alexic unable to get the pick. I don't know even if he would have gotten it. It would have been a close one. But still a good out there to get the lead runner.
You know who really has impressed me today? Garrett Nemec. Yesterday, bases loaded, was unable to get a hit. I'm sure that was a tough feeling. But today, he put that behind him and has played a really complete game. I really like that from Garrett. He has been really good this year. He has been so much better this year in comparison to last. His growth in the offseason, unreal. Popped into the outfield, carrying into right center. Wisniewski gets it in front of Frank, and the side is retired. Outside of a walk, no damage done. Middle of 4 in Parma. Holy Name up by 14 against North Olmsted. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21 D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com.
or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
J.R. Sastry stepping in the box for the Green Wave to begin the bottom of the fourth inning. We talked about him briefly in the bottom of the third. His power at a moment's notice can give any team at least one run. Just depends on how many guys are on the base path. In this exercise, he has a chance for one run. Instead, it's a high hanger in the infield. Underneath it is Heelan on the mound, and he makes the grab for out number one. And that is the only flaw with his approach at the plate. It's either a hard hit ball screaming into the outfield or it's sky high.
It's still a hard hit. It's just the angle changes drastically.
Now Garrett Nemec steps in, 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI and a walk to his name. Heelan's first pitch is in there, 0-1. Luke Heelan is wasting no time as he is making a big impact so far. This is what they needed, somebody to settle things down at the end of the game. Obviously, this one is lost for North Olmsted, but if they can get a sparking performance on the mound, that can carry over to the Lakewood game. Lakewood has been beaten this year. They just need to be caught off guard. North Olmsted, they definitely have the ability to do so, but they also need to play their best game of the year if they want to beat the Rangers on Monday or Tuesday. Just looking at that conference, you see River playing well, Bay playing well, Lakewood being really good with the 2 Mount Union commits as their battery for the most part. 2-1 inside, now 3-1. But Leo Sonesson, he can be a guy from day one that makes an impact on the mound for the Purple Raiders. I wouldn't be surprised to see him given that opportunity. And same thing with Logan Ellis behind the plate. If he can be really good, couple him with the other side of Lakewood in Daniel Tome from St. Ed's. That's a dangerous battery, both from Lakewood's side of things, but also to the catching side, which is Lakewood divided. Full count now on Nemec. After Garrett, it will go to Joe Svets, who is in the on-deck circle. Here comes the payoff pitch. Upstairs, where they say strike 3, they get Nemec looking for out number 2. Strikeout number 2 on the day for Luke Heelan. And you can hear right there a very big strike zone, and that's kind of what you expect down the stretch.
I mean, you're up by so much.
A 14-run lead. This would be by far the Namers' biggest win of the season, and in the Coach Macetta era as well. This is what they needed, a statement. Svets, the final member of the hit list club, finally joins the hit parade, and all 9 starters have hits. Unbelievable work by the Green Wave. Svets turns on one off the gut. Perfect day.
Exactly. 9 for 9.
Looking at it, Frank, he has 2. Nemeth has 3. Wisniewski has 2. Sastry has 1. Nemec has 2. Svets now has 1. Torzidlo has 1. Alexic has 1. Hudak has 2. When's the last time this happened for this program? I don't know. Hard hit ball up the middle, but right to the bag at second, and the side is retired. A hard hit ball, but just to the wrong spot. Svets, the final member not to have a hit on this Green Wave team, finally gets one. That part's complete, and this game will most likely be done in 3 outs time. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports.
If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And If you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a broadcast sponsor for anywhere or trying to become one, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen. We would love to have you and your business become one of our broadcast sponsors. We already do have a few. Thank you to Coach Mitchell along with CrossFit Strongsville and the Healthy Zoo Chiropractic Center for sponsoring today's broadcast, along with Holy Name Baseball, as SmeeSports is the official streaming partner of HN Baseball. Final half inning of today's game, 15-1, Holy Name on top. North Olmsted would need to score a total of 5 runs to keep this game going, as that would be the run rule not in effect. Up by 14, though. This is a very good job done by the Green Wave. Luke Hudek on to close it out for the Green Wave. A tremendous day. This could be the start of many consecutive starts in the green and white for Luke, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that be the case. For North Olmsted, it is 9-1-2 set to hit. The pitch in there, 1-1. It is Schneed in the box right now for the Eagles. This should be his first plate appearance of the day, as he has 2 hits on the year, 4 RBIs tacked on as well. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. The pitch runs inside and misses, 3-1. Throughout Macetta's appearance, a total of 1 strikeout, 3 hits allowed, and 1 earned run. The 3-1 off the plate. It's a leadoff walk for the Eagles. Not the start to the inning the Green Wave wanted, but they do have plenty of runs to back up whatever happens in this frame. That's what you want to see, though. A bit of adversity. You can overcome it here, dispel of the offense, and from that point forward, you can just get ready to celebrate win number 7 on the year. First pitch just misses, 1-0 the count. Anthony D'Alessandro back into the box. 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a fly ball to his name. The pitch misses the corner, 2-0.
Score update over in Alliance. Ohio Northern takes the lead, 3-2 in the top of the 6th.
It'll be interesting to see how that game plays out. Right in there for strike 1. A good recovery by Luke Hudek.
Again, if Ohio Northern wins that game, the second game will be played. But if BW wins, they will be crowned OAC champions.
That pitch missing upstairs from Hudek. 3-1 the count. You do not want to put 2 runners on for Luke Heelan. Heelan already 2 home runs this year. Hudek sets and fires the 3-1. It is upstairs. 2 consecutive walks to begin the 5th. North Olmsted showing plenty of fight down the stretch. Luke Hudek's definitely going to need to be careful. You cannot go to a third pitcher, though, in this game, especially with Normandy up next. But at the same time, you don't want North Olmsted to make this a 7-inning ball game, especially now. But we will see some action in the bullpen, it appears. Macetta's throwing with somebody. Obviously, he can't go back in.
Is that Dom?
But Dom Machetta might be warming up, which I would be shocked to see because he's going to pitch on Monday.
Yes.
Unless he's going to come in and get
1 out.
I don't even know if you do that, though. I just don't know who you realistically could bring in because you have to save somebody for the next game. Looking at their options, a lot of guys who don't pitch on their bench. You could try a position player out there, but now's not the time to do that. Ball 1 to Heelan. But the Green Wave, they have to end the game here. If the game goes any longer, it's going to seem like a moral defeat. Hudak trying to find his stride on the mound. The pitch. In there, 1-1. And I was still pretty much surprised to not see Russell Macetta finish the game.
Yeah, kind of a little interesting to see, and wondering if maybe you should have left him in the game as Hudak's struggling to find the strike zone.
That would be a question we asked during post-game interviews with the Green Wave, especially with Coach Macetta, of what went into that decision. Because that is something that is very intriguing to figure out, given what is happening right now. 2-1, the count on Heelan. Hudak looking for a get-right offering, lays one right over the plate, and it is fouled behind by Heelan. Count even at 2-2. I like that pitch, but if Heelan barrels that up, at least one run scores.
Kind of fortunate there, Hudak is, that, like you said, didn't barrel that one up.
So 2-2 the count on the potent Heelan. The pitch. Cranked into right center field. Wisniewski able to catch up with it in right for out number 1. A good cutoff play after getting a double back in the first. Heelan has flown out or popped out to right on consecutive at-bats.
Another score update from Alliance. BW back tied with ONU in the top of the 6th.
That'll be a tight battle down the stretch.
Good double there from Justin Carinci.
First pitch of this at-bat is lobbed right in. 0-1 the count on Zada. Zada 0 for 2 on the day with flyouts to left and center field. We are now an hour and 20 minutes away from Game 2 of our doubleheader as Holy Name takes on Normandy at 3 p.m. That'll be another interesting game to see. Normandy, based on the rankings on Max Preps and this season series against North Olmsted, the better of the two outfits taking on the Green Wave. Cranked into center field. This time it will not fall. Harrison Frank, the web gem, and that will end the game. An 8-6 double play retires the side, and Holy Name will win it 15-1. Unbelievable from Harrison Frank.
That was a tremendous play there. Lays out for the diving catch there in center and the wherewithal to get back up and throw it to second.
Unbelievable from Harrison Frank. Your final in Game 1. Holy Name 15, North Olmsted 1. We will step aside one final time, hear a word from our sponsors, and announce our CrossFit Strongsville player of the game. This is OHSAA Baseball on SmeeSports.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. If you want honesty and experience in your next real estate transaction, look no further than Patrick Mitchell at Century 21D Perio. You can give him a call at 440-431-7458. And if you mention Holy Name Baseball and purchase a home through him, he will make a $150 donation to the Holy Name Baseball program. Patrick Mitchell is a proud coach and supporter of Holy Name Baseball since 2007.
Final score of game number 1 of our afternoon. Holy Name 15, North Olmsted 1. Your player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville goes to none other than Harrison Frank. 2 for 2 on the day. 2 doubles, 2 walks, and then the game-clinching double play. An excellent dive in center, and then the relay to Nemeth, who was covering second from short. Just talk about Harry's performance as the offense needed a spark entering the bottom of the first inning. Enter Harrison Frank.
Yeah, just like you were talking about. I mean, he's the leadoff hitter for this game, and really, he did a great job leading off this team and, like you said, getting that offensive spark rolling around, and then obviously started the game and then ends the game with that nice catch in center and the double play.
It was a tremendous win for the Green Wave. Most runs scored in a game this year. Biggest margin of victory, I believe, in the Coach Macetta era, a 14-run win. Did you see this coming?
I did not. At least not this big of a margin.
Definitely not. Your time for the game, an hour and 40 minutes. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Trying to hit 3,500 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing and greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. Once the spring campaign is over, we will have Diamond League, OPL, and WRCL baseball, along with the 965 Midwest Tournament Challenge, and finally, some audio-only locked-in high school basketball summer league action from Warrensville Heights and Lutheran West High Schools. We will probably be more at Warrensville Heights, given just the nature of the Wi-Fi there, along with the beautiful setting in their middle school gym, which has a bigger broadcast perch than the varsity gym. But still, either way, excited to be back there with Chris and the guys from Locked In, bringing you all some great summer league action. And then finally, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. But that will do it from Ron Mottl Field for game number 1. But do not go anywhere. At 3 p.m., we will have Game 2 of our doubleheader as Holy Name takes on the Normandy Invaders in yet another old GLC battle. He's been Cam Ragazzo. I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Parma, and we will see you in about an hour's time. This has been OHSAA Baseball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, presented by Holy Name Baseball. And once again, congratulations to Harrison Frank, your CrossFit Strongsville Player of the Game. Have a good day, everybody. See you back here in an hour.